Hello, feeling much better today. PMT is over for another month at least. I got a question from Robin that says, can I ever go back to eating healthier, not crazy restricting like before, and exercise again without triggering relapse? The answer to that is, well, first of all, before I get the answer to that, I don't like the eating healthier thing. You know why I don't like that. It's a food judgment, and I think that the word health can't really be used like that. We can't label a food as healthy or unhealthy because it really depends on that person and the situation that their body is in. And if your body is energy deficit, I promise you a Mars bar is healthier for you than an apple is in terms of what your body needs. So, but I get what you're saying. You're sort of saying like, can I eat foods that would be considered healthy, that would be in that category without triggering relapse? The answer is when you're fully recovered, absolutely. And in terms of exercise, the answer is when you're fully recovered, absolutely. Now, then we get to the fully recovered bit, because that gets tricky, doesn't it? Because then some of you will be like, oh, she means weight restored. So I'm there. I've gained some weight. So that means I'm fully recovered. That means I can start exercising and eating salad again. No. Because that's not my definition of fully recovered, is it? My definition of fully recovered is the full nutritional rehabilitation, which is different from gaining weight. Think of gaining weight as the superficial part of nutritional rehabilitation, a very vital, yet superficial step. Full nutritional rehabilitation is when that energy debt has been paid off. And that means that you have been eating so much for such a time that your body has done all the repair it needs to do, is paid back the energy it borrowed from other parts of your body. And that can take a while. And we don't know how big that energy debt is, do we? So that's the weight restoration bit should be nutritional rehabilitation. Full nutritional rehabilitation is not just weight gain, it's the complete payoff of all energy debt. And usually the only way that we know that has been completed is your physical and your mental hunger starts to return to what would be considered a more normal level, not thinking about food the whole time. That hyper awareness that you have around food has gone away. Now that's the nutritional rehabilitation side of things. For full recovery, we also need to do full neural rewiring. And this is what's very important for this question here, because if you have not rewired your exercise compulsion, should you go back to starting exercise, you are going to slide down that flume of going back into, it's like you jump back into those neural pathways and you're just going to slide along them, and other behaviors and associated behaviors and thought patterns and all of those things are going to come flooding back if you haven't done that full neural rewiring. That is, it's the neural rewiring that makes our full recovery sustainable. The whole point of full recovery is you can do whatever the fuck you want without relapsing. And that's what the neural rewiring allows us to do. Now that can take a while. Neural rewiring compulsive movement, I say at least a year. It's the neural rewiring. Nutritional rehabilitation can happen relatively quickly. It's the neural rewiring that takes time and effort, lots of effort. It's the same with the quote unquote healthy eating, or should we just call it orthorexia, orthorexic type foods. You need to teach your brain that there's no judgment around food. You need to rewire all of your perceptions of what healthy eating is and what healthy eating isn't. And you have to do all of that work. And once that work is done, you should be able to enjoy all foods. But if you are sitting there thinking, I need to get back to healthier eating, that tells me that some of that work hasn't been done, right? Because you're still placing that judgment on foods. And ultimately, when you're fully nutritionally rehabilitated and you are properly working with your body, then that just, it shouldn't be that you have to make an effort to eat healthier. You should naturally eat a very balanced diet. In my experience, that's exactly what happens when we just let our bodies get on with it. I talk about this in Rehabilitate, Rewire, Recover, I think, about superhighways, neural superhighways. Exercise and orthorexic eating are what I call two neural superhighways, as in it's those two things that are the hardest to rewire. They take a lot of work. They're like, if you think of neural pathways as roads that connect things and go places, these are super highways. They are big and they are busy and they have a lot of traffic on them, and they take a lot of effort to rewire. And because they are big, if you go back to A, orthorexic eating, or B, any sort of movement too soon before it's completely rewired, you've opened the floodgates to a lot of other things to come back. So you really do have to take that seriously. And if you're in doubt that neural rewiring has been done, just guess what you do. You just keep on working on it, don't you? If you're in doubt that you haven't fully rewired your exercise compulsion, you don't exercise, right? If you're in doubt that you haven't rewired your orthorexia, you stick to cheeseburgers and chocolate. It's really that simple. Robin, hope that answered your question. Bye.